Hi, welcome to this channel on magnetic energy, technology, principles, applications. This video is about the global elite, or as I like to call them, the rat bastards who have suppressed free energy technology or have been allowed to suppress free energy technology for the last 100 years at least. And so there's this group, and in this low vibration cycle like we're in, and we're coming to this end of this vibration cycle, these type of people tend to have control, they certainly think they do, over the global narrative and what's happening in the media and what's happening online and in people's heads and everything. And so part of this video is I want to talk about this idea that this global elite, these humans and humans that have sacrificed a lot of their energy or integrity or whatever, and they live in such typically they live in such low vibration energy, and they try to invoke all kinds of dark energies and other beings and all kinds of crap. So but one of the things I want to make clear is that this global elite, these people that think they're the puppet masters on our planet right now, and the forces that they're working with, they in no way, shape, or form can do anything to change a path beyond the parameters that we have contracted out for. There's only so much they can do that is allowable. And I don't really care who the beings are. I don't care what dimension they're from, what planet they're from. I don't care what the hell their agenda is. It doesn't matter. They have to follow and abide by the same universal principles as everyone else, and there's only so much that they can do, and they cannot do anything dark, twisted, evil, or whatever you want to call it, that's beyond the scope of the parameters that we have agreed to coming into these incarnations in this game. Because they have this, they kind of have this voice, they have the voice and the control of the narrative. They can put out a lot of information that has a certain vibration to it. So every video we watch, everything we read online, everything we watch on TV or we listen to, any type of information that's related to their global agenda tends to have very low vibratory energy in that. So that's something to be really aware of, that this type of vibration is highly polarized energy. It has unresolvable conflicts, unresolvable basically dilemmas that our society gets caught in. So we have lots of people fighting on both sides, and that's the vibration that they exude. That's the vibration that they try to put onto the world and onto society. And it's very important that we maintain an awareness of that when we are watching news on a daily basis, or we're reading about things that are happening and the conflict between different people on so many different issues, and especially with COVID and stuff. So it's so important that we recognize that this conflict that is basically plaguing the human race right now, that is being dished out by this global elite, is very much an illusion, an earth-based illusion that does not have a universal resonance backing to it, okay? So it's important for us to remember that there is a much higher perspective on what is happening on this planet and the transformation that we are going through, and to try to keep coming back to that perspective. And because that perspective is huge, there is light coming to this planet that is something that has not been experienced for thousands of years. And this is a transformative process. And 2022, the gears will be shifting up. Things will start to change, even in a more radical way. We will see an acceleration of events, an acceleration of energy from a magnetic energy point of view, and this models the etheric magnetic energy, the model of the universe. So we are literally looking at subatomic nuclear reactions and an acceleration of those reactions. We are looking at a global resonance shift that is an increase in resonant energy, and how that manifests in our lives and in the metaphysical community and light workers is we get this sense, we feel a raise in vibration. We have a vibratory increase and an expansion in our consciousness, vibration in our bodies going up. But I mean, we are talking literally at the cellular subatomic level, a rise in the resonance that we will be experiencing, and the energy influx into our planet and the increase in the vibration, all of that. So all of that is coming, and this global elite is playing out their last act for this cycle. Okay, this is their last desperate attempt, and all those energies that try to work with them and glom onto them, they're in the same situation and they know what's coming. Nothing can stop the changes that are coming. Let me make that very clear. There are light beings and light workers and light from other dimensions, other planets that are really involved in orchestrating the changes that we are going to be going through, and nothing is going to stop the process that is coming. And those dark energies are that low vibration energy is going to fall away. It is going to be dismantled, and there are certain things that are happening on our planet, and that involve there may be levels of resistance in certain people to go to that higher level vibration, and so there's some splits that take place, and those splits can be anywhere at a metaphysical, like a spiritual level, an energetic level, an interdimensional level, where the real us, the real beings that are in charge of these incarnated bodies, understand that that particular incarnation is not going to go through the changes that are coming, and that will be the end of that particular incarnation for that particular being. The real us recognizes that, and recognizes that's part of the contract, or that's part of the agreement, and that's fine. And I know it's hard, and I don't want to dismiss that, because when we are in these lives and in these bodies, it's tremendously difficult to lose people or to know that people are dying or suffering. It's tremendously difficult. And so I don't want to dismiss that at all. But at a higher level of consciousness, it's one incarnation among an endless number, and there will be reincarnations of those, if that's the word you want to use, but additional lives that will be happening through the higher vibration cycle. And that's not to dismiss, because every single life is important. They're all part of that global universal tapestry. But it's also, we got to recognize that if there's we have this ability to choose, and if there's a tremendous amount of resistance to go to a higher level of vibration, there are certain people like the global elite and the puppet masters that they are holding so hard onto lower vibration energy, like control and fear and greed and all these things. That energy is not acceptable in the changes that are coming. And so a lot of that is, as those things fall away, those type of people fall away with it. And because they cannot survive in the higher vibratory energy, it's just impossible. And so they either change or they're gone. It's kind of that, I mean, that's kind of a hard way of saying it, but that's the reality of what will be happening. They either change or they're gone. And so we got to really embrace and try to keep the higher vision right now of there's a much grander play happening that involves a higher expanded level of consciousness, that there involves transformation, this opportunity to essentially ascend even in physical form into higher vibratory bodies and higher vibratory of our consciousness, new technology, working on cleaning the earth, getting things back into really where they should be in harmony with the planet, and then also really getting our society back into a place where people have a higher level of freedom and autonomy, and they can be released from the control system that is currently in place, the economic control system and the religious control system, and it just goes on and on and on. The medical control system, the corporate control, all of that, the government control systems, all of that falling away, and having society start to function in a more egalitarian manner, and a manner that is more heart-centered and love-based, and really progressing into something that can be universal in nature, where we can actually start to interact with our brothers and sisters from other worlds that we are meant to be interacting with, and that's really kind of where we're heading. So please don't buy into the narrative that is being pushed by the global elite right now. It's an illusion. It's an earth-based illusion. It doesn't have any truth, universal truth behind it. It is all there to create conflict, to lower vibration, to create fear, and all of these things. There's a much higher vision and a much higher process that's taking place. And it's important for us to let go of all of that stuff and keep coming back to that higher vision. Okay? And boy, that was pretty preachy, huh? Well, that's okay. Sometimes we got to be preachy. And so please take time to meditate. And if you haven't done it, please do the heart center meditation that I have on this channel to help bring in that energy, and that energy that can get to us, those lower vibrations through the media and the internet and everything, to bring that into the heart center, transmute that energy, process it, neutralize it, so that you can maintain a higher level of consciousness, keep your vibration up, and definitely hang in there, because we got some big time changes coming. And with that, I will see you soon.